Hopefully now you've spent some time checking out the last lesson because there's not that many songs with just a single chord to it. You're often going to need at least two. So we're going to check out this next chord here, which gives a lot of people a lot of frustration because it involves a little tight space with your fingers, and also there's so many different ways you can play this chord, so many different approaches to it, that beginners get a little frustrated because it's which way am I going to build that muscle memory on. So we're going to talk about this chord now today. So we're going to take our first finger and press down on the second fret on the fourth string. We're going to take our second finger, press down on the second fret on the third string, and our third finger and press down on the second fret on the second string. So we're angled just like this with all my fingers here, besides the pinky, on the second fret, crammed in at this angle. Now what's wrong with this? Well, nothing's wrong with it, but the fact that you're so far away from the fret here with the first finger leads to the fact that you need to press down harder. You're going to do this naturally. So you'll be pressing down harder with the index finger due to the fact that you're trying to create enough strength here to not get a buzzy or a deadened note. Okay, so that's the first finger, second finger, and third finger. Now, why do I say this is the most optimized way? Because it makes it real simple to change to D and some of the other chords we can check out. But the first one in this new series was D. See how you simply move back in that way? And my thumb is here, muting the thickest string, so pay attention to the fact that the fifth string is played open. So you don't want to mute that without trying to. Meaning you don't want to mute the fifth string with the index finger here when you're pushing down on the second fret on the fourth string. So that's what you need to look out for. And that's what you begin checking. You begin to check if each note is clear. So start there with the open fifth string, fourth string, fourth string, third string, second string. Now our first string is going to be one of the annoyances too, because you might lean over. I'm showing you what the culprits may be, possible ones for a beginner, depending on your guitar neck profile. You're going to want that note to be clear by allowing it to ring by having this roundness. Okay, so it starts to get kind of angular to where your first two fingers are kind of turned, but your third finger is almost straight ahead facing the wall behind me. Okay? To achieve that to where it's right behind the fret, the second finger is not quite right behind the fret, and our first finger is very far from behind the fret. So when you apply the right amount of pressure given all these circumstances, you can get this chord sounding right. Get this chord sounding nice. And check out, like I told you, by first picking out the notes, revealing any problems, and then do a little strum. Okay, so this is one of the best ways I recommend to play this chord, A major.